Vaccinations, a revolutionary discovery. Before the late 18th century, thousands of people died every year from such diseases as smallpox, typhoid, and cholera. Doctors tried unsuccessfully to treat patients with these diseases while scientists struggled to find suitable cures. The big breakthrough came from an unexpected source, an unknown country. Doctor in England.
Dr. Edward Jenner was experimenting with ways of vaccinating against smallpox when he noticed that people working with cows did not suffer the disease. On May 14, 1796, Jenner successfully used the first vaccine against smallpox to immunize a patient. The word vaccine comes from the Latin cow because Jenner's vaccine was developed from cowpox, a disease similar to smallpox but only found in cattle. Jenner's work with a cowpox vaccine was the first scientific attempt to control a disease by immunization. A century later, the next significant development was made by a French chemist, Dr. Louis Pasteur. He developed Jenner's work and showed that diseases are spread by germs. He also proved that vaccination using a very weak form of the disease could lead to immunity. Pasteur's breakthrough came in 1885 when he treated a boy who had been bitten by a rabid dog. Although Pasteur was successful, many other doctors were against the idea of vaccination. They felt that it was dangerous. They were soon proved wrong, and by the 20th century, vaccines were commonplace.
AIDS is one of the most feared diseases in history. Millions of dollars are being spent on research into developing a vaccine against AIDS. Scientists think that AIDS developed from the blood of monkeys in Central Africa. The first cases of AIDS in humans were diagnosed in the early 1970s. Once AIDS had infected people, transmission around the world was rapid. Modern drugs have helped with some aspects of the illness, but they do not provide a cure. The only long-term hope is in the development of a vaccine. We need the modern-day equivalents of scientists like Jenner and Pasteur.
One vaccination is a weak form of a disease, true.
2. Louis Pasteur developed the first vaccine for rabies, true.
3. Diseases are spread by germs, true. 4. Smallpox is a disease that is only found in cattle, false. A weak form of a disease leads to immunity, true. 5. The word vaccine comes from the Latin cow, true. 6. Breakthrough is a gradual discovery, true. 7. Vaccinations are given to prevent infection from the same disease, true. 9. Rabid dog means a dog with a serious disease, true. 10. Breakthrough is a sudden discovery, true. 11. In the past the idea of vaccination was common, false. 11. Vaccinations are only necessary for children and not for adults, false. 12. Getting vaccinated can help prevent the spread of diseases to others, true. 14. Edward Jenner is known as the father of immunology, true. 15. Edward Jenner developed the smallpox vaccine using material from cowpox lesions, true. 16. Edward Jenner's work was immediately accepted by the scientific community, false. 17. Louis Pasteur developed the first rabies vaccine, true. 18. Louis Pasteur's work was unrelated to Edward Jenner's discoveries, false. 19. Side effects from vaccines are usually mild and temporary, true. 20. Edward Jenner's smallpox vaccine used the cowpox virus to build immunity, true. 21. Edward Jenner's work was inspired by observing milkmaids who did not get smallpox, true. True. 22. Edward Jenner's discovery marked the beginning of the vaccine era, true. 23. Louis Pasteur demonstrated that germs are responsible for diseases, true.
24. The smallpox vaccine was the first vaccine ever developed, true. 25. Edward Jenner developed the first vaccine in 1796, true. 26. The term vaccine is derived from the Latin word for cow, true. 27. Edward Jenner's vaccine was widely accepted immediately after its invention, false. 28. Edward Jenner's work led to the eradication of smallpox within a decade, false. 29. Louis Pasteur developed vaccines for rabies and anthrax, true. 30. Pasteur's rabies vaccine was the first human vaccine created after Edward Jenner's smallpox vaccine, true. 31 Pasteur
His
developed
vaccine
vaccines by using weakened forms of the disease-causing organisms. True. 32 Louis Pasteur is considered the founder of modern bacteriology. True. 33 Pasteur's discoveries were limited to vaccines. False. 34 Louis Pasteur believed vaccination could work for multiple diseases, not just one. True. 35 Pasteur was inspired by Edward Jenner's work on smallpox. True.